Hello everyone, my name is Lena and welcome to your new favorite series. I love Colonel Sanders because what's better than anime romance with Colonel Sanders from KFC, right? There's nothing better than that. So that's gonna be the day 3 in our Culinary School Academy. So if you haven't seen the previous episode, I recommend you to do so, linked in the description. And without any further ado, let's just continue the game and let's seduce this guy, okay? The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. Haven't I read that before? I'm not sure. And it's gonna be this pork monster, right? Oh, well, maybe we'll have to skip it a bit. So, it's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. Yeah, now I'm sure we have read it. Can we just go faster? Yeah? Colonel Sanders. This is gonna talk about failure and loss, right? Yes, failure is a part of life, so yeah, we've been there. Oh, I have to just click and hold. I didn't get that. And now it's this pork monster. Borko? And we're gonna start with yes. Oh shit. Okay, so now I'll be Colonel Sanders' house, and look at this picture here. He's had a goatee from a very, very young age, I guess. So, it looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure. Can we just skip a bit? Where should we be? Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. Of course you do feel a special bond when you're 3 alone. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there's something. It's just a side dish I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you? Well, he shared one of the ingredients as a secret, so let's reveal it. It's gonna be, well, let me think. Fries, right? Is that fries? You decide that you're ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. Yeah, I don't like it. How do you actually pronounce it? Coleslaw? It's just cabbage, come on. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Luke's hideaway. So, I've been just like casually carrying around salad in ice in my bag all the time. Okay. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until your spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold onto the last bite? I like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back onto this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? So he's gonna keep just like remnants of cabbage. And he's gonna put it in the fridge, I hope. Put it in ice. How long are you intend to keep those things? I don't know. Oh. Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now will be the perfect time to do something snooping. Around the room, the various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Well, first of all, the chicken here. And the candles. They actually release the candles in KFC that smell like fried chicken, which is terrible. Okay, an urn. Somebody's dead, right? Okay, let's go with the chicken first. You notice a very realistic stuffed. I thought it was gonna be ceramic chicken. Oh, now I don't want to touch it anymore. I just thought it's made of ceramic or china or something. Oh. When you pick it up, you realize this is just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy? Huh. Must have been imported to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Okay, is that Kentucky view or... You gaze out of the window across the vast lake and mountains range beyond. Just then the ghost of student pops up. "Are you thinking about heading out into the world to avenge my death?" Wait, what? I never learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window and crack the ghost of student is swept out with a breeze. Well, okay, that was fast. Aaron. Somebody's dead, right? So there's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. Oh, I thought it's gonna be like his father's ashes or something. Okay, let's go with the candle. A scented candle, we pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool, freshly starched color, piece of wood floating in the lake. Summer of '69. No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's... Okay. What's that? A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair they rain isn't just silver in color. It's actually made of spun silver. Oh, okay. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that must be the Colonel Sanders himself. I love this picture. That, or maybe it's a drumstick that seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right? Okay, what about this one? The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks like a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear... Where are the chicken drumsticks? They don't hold any chicken drumsticks, but they appear to be happy. You look closely and see there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Is the Colonel Sanders here and the poster? Oh, it can't be it. This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you, as soon as you turn to dial 111111. Okay. That's quite a cute code. You find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Okay, so I guess we're good here. We cannot go further, so yes. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one of the hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say at home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual, until he asks you why you were wearing your jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. Let's make a big move. Okay. But, game over, okay, so we have to try again. Damn it! What do you say? It's not that type of a game. Oh, grab the jackets. So let's just tell them truth. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Lena? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late at night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! Yay! There should be some kawaii music right here. And he's still burning fire, even though it's daylight already, okay. You wake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is the day you could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, it isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Interesting. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. Fried chicken for breakfast, like cute. Ugh. And what's that? It's like muffin with butter or... So he asked you the question. So, would you say that we are the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, this. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Let's flatter him, why not? Yeah, sure. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking about you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. At my home? Why? Who let her in actually? Like, excuse me. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I could worry that something had happened to you. It's okay, I was just... But now that it turns out you can finally get up to speed up the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went to a date. I think I can believe that. Since I did my partner with Clark, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him you'd better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not the kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure, I get to know a little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but he thinks he spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving? So if that's a typical first date to go on without talking, pressure cooker? And I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened! But the emotional connections, wowzers. Well, Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession focused on school. You being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go separate ways. Oh, that's a pity. Oh, why? Why didn't I have a choice and actually listen to Miriam's story? I'm not obsessed with Colonel Sanders, I just want to win the game. Because I actually lost twice, I had to try again, so... Anyway, when you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from distance that they are picking on Pop, though he himself might be quite rough at that. Because you know, he's Pop. What a swirly! Sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away. I have a swirly with sprinkles, please. And sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dip, dude. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school? There's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Lena, suggesting I pick up on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixed accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't it look like you can go on kicking like that? Might as well just give up. I'll never give up, ever! Colonel Sanders arrives, and just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Lena, how's your hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hand, Colonel? Yesterday I was broke a nail winning so hard. Technically I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? Oh come on, she's just being truthful. She did a really good job. Come on, let's learn to be objective. She's talented too, you know. It took quite a lot of work to create those chocolate domes with all the fillings and those small details. Come on. But what about the playful metallic and warm gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you are passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Lena, I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Lena. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself on how slighted you feel by the interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, what? That's that book? It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in the magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use a spell here that says to erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the coming final exam. But it's way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like rooted in dark magic? Not like, oh, I can't really read today, sorry. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic, maybe tie a string around your finger? How would that help? I don't know. Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Don't do it, come on. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is ready in the room, waiting for students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dark moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Maybe let's just wait. I don't want to feed him my old homework. Sprinkles stops in the tracks. He focuses on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terence! I told you never to come back here, Terence! I will destroy you, Terence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying out his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that man a talking squirrel? Who named him Terence? You'd better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again! After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Lena, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, But before we can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by words and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. Bzz, bzz. You think I wanted to be thrown from a place, strapped to a stranger? They appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language for mechanical noises. But no, you had to show to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joanne, J and J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Bzz, bzz. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Beep, Then take Jeff and Joanne with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or of a cliff, for all I care. Sad beep. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out the gaps in his panels, and a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Beep. Bzzz. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that Clank. Clank pours out a completely deep-fried snicker. Oh. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls up to the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see the entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from the lines ahead. The final competition showed a challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about the upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby if you need a pep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay? Okay? I'm so mad that you smashed a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me like that in class in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you are gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind thrashing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. So it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year. So what? You are a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet the Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish.
Aha!